We build on what matters. We build on relationships. We're Home Matters, for people who want more.
This episode of Home Matters has been brought to you by Jeffcoat Pest and Home Services. Find relief at quitbugging.com.
Hey guys, today I have with me Brandon Jeffcoat with Jeffcoat Pest and Home Service to give us our tips and advice for homeowners. Thanks for being here.
Thank you very much for having me.
So elephant in the room, termite bonds, termite control annually or semi-annually. Please tell us the importance of why we need to do that.
Well, a lot of homeowners aren't even educated on what an actual termite contract or bond is.
Correct.
So therefore, they're like, I don't think I really need it, or whatever it may be. But it's super important to at least have someone come out to your house at least once a year. If you have a crawl space, they'll crawl into the house, make sure you don't see any termites. But another thing they look for is your toilet leaking? The wax ring could be, not in place. The tub could be leaking. So we look for not only termite damage, we are looking for water damage or the cause moisture control, because moisture is the root of all evil.
Right. And in real estate, what we find is if there has not been a termite bond, when it's time to sell the house, if there has been termite damage, at some point in time, you don't have anybody to help you cover that. If you're under a bond or some type of annual or biannual service, they can help you with that. Either they have the means within the that umbrella of their business to help you fix the problem, or can help you find, and it'll cost you less in the long run. Because if you have to replace one of those joists or seals,
pretty expensive.
It's very expensive.
It's just, super important. It really depends on the termite company. They get to decide what your contract is. Are they going to cover repairs? Is it a 5-year, 10-year lifetime contract? So you really need to do due diligence, compare apple to apple. Don't just look at price. I feel that Jeffcoat has a very fair price, but we have a lifetime contract. You don't have to pay me every 5 years to renew it. We cover $50,000 in damage a year. So you need to know, if you have a termite contract, does your termite contract cover repairs? Because some of them don't.
That's right. And just real quick, the termite bond that we have all used for many, many years, that's really not used anymore. It's really contract.
That's correct. It's just a liability jargon,
right?
Type of word. But it's the same.
Yeah.
I mean, we just use contract now, not bond, but it's still, what a bond is. Homeowners kind of know what a bond is. So we just still say it, but it's more like, it's really a termite contract is what it is.
Right.
One little tip too, for people that have slab homes, I get this question all the time. I don't need a termite contract. I have a slab house. Well, does your driveway crack?
Right.
Does your foundation settle? Because I can guarantee you can go pull your floor coverings up somewhere in that house and you have a crack. Termites need 1/8 of an inch to come up, make their little dirt tunnel and go into the house, and you not even be able to see them. So of all houses, I think that the slab house is more important than any, because you don't see termites until you see the problem and damage.
And by then it's just near about too late.
Yep.
There was nowhere between the ground and your house for them to go. So they came straight from the ground in your house.
Yep, and still in the walls without you even being able to see it. So luckily, they swarm out everywhere, or you'll see, some a little bit of damage looking, leafy looking stuff. It's kind of wrinkled on the drywall, and you push it, and your hand goes right through it. You're like, oh, yes, I'm a little too late.
All right. So thank you. The importance of a termite bond. And that's for everybody who owns a home, whether it's new, whether it's old. Every home really needs a termite contract, bond, whatever it may be, whatever.
To really think about it too, we don't like to say this either, but it's really like insurance on your house.
Yeah.
Insurance does not cover termite bonds. So it's something you have to do separate, but only for a couple $100 a year.
Right.
It's worth it.
Absolutely. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
This episode of Home Matters has been brought to you by Jeffcoat Pest and Home Services. Find relief at quitbugging.com. And by Angela Barrett at HomeMattersSC.com. Building on what matters to you.